It's America's favorite grandma.
Dr. Anderson, tell me, with young children and germ seasons coming on, is there a problem with spreading germs?
Yes, there is, Linda. There's definitely a problem spreading germs, and we can easily prevent it by doing a few things in the house and we're out and about with friends and family. Can you show us the wrong way to cough? What's the wrong way to cough? Go for it. All right, good. And which way do you point when you cough? Do you point towards other people? You point down. You point away. Show the other cough. Cough into your arm. That's great. So this is also a great way to prevent sneezing, to not sneeze on anybody, not get all the germs in your nose on your hands. Because as you know, we use our hands to eat with. We use our hands to wipe our face with. We also use our hands to shake other people's hands, right? So if we're coughing into our hands, we're just spreading germs back and forth with each other. Another way we can prevent the spread of germs, viruses, and bacteria in cold and flu season is by proper hand hygiene. So as we saw before, kids and adults, we sometimes sneeze and cough the wrong way, and then we touch things that are dirty, we pick up germs throughout the day. The important thing to do is before we touch our face or eat our food is proper hand hygiene. I brought a little demonstration device, it's called a glow germ. What this will do is it will simulate bacteria, germs, viruses on the hands, and then we'll see what it looks like under this ultraviolet light. So I want everybody to take a little dab in their hand and like spread around their hands like lotion, okay? Spread around your fingers, spread around your hands. Yep, get on the backs of your hands, yep, all good. All you can do myself to see how good I am at hand washing. Go, spread it all around. So as we go about the day, as we cough on each other, as we touch dirty toys, we're getting germs all around us. And then if we use this little light, we can see all this little germs, all these are that's all it's germ. All of the bacteria and viruses that we've collected. See how it's glowing so well on their hands? So it's all over, it's in their nails and between their fingers. This one got it on her wrist too. I got it between my nails, in between my fingers. I got it all over too.
Let's wash. Scrub your hands.
Let's see who can do the best. Comes off. You need some soap there, little one. Ooh, that's pretty cool glowing. Let's see. Whoa. Now get some nice bubbles to see how the germs are coming off. Pretty good already. But you can see, like, show us your hands. You did a pretty good job right there. Just kind of rubbing, singing the alphabet. And you get most of it off. You just have to be careful about those nails. They're pretty pesky, I think.
Is dishwashing soap as good as regular hand soap?
Any soap would be good. It's going to create a lubrication, get all the germs off pretty well. And then proper drying will be important as well.
So why is lubrication important?
It just makes everything slide right off.
When I was little, I'd see kids playing in the dirt and I'd say, "Ew, germs." Well, germs are harder to get out of your creases of your skin and in the nail beds. So always use soap, which acts as a lubricant, and a lubricant slides the germs off your skin. So how long should you wash your hands? 20 seconds is a good amount of time. Singing the alphabet lasts about that long. Germs enter the body through the mouth, nose, and even around your eyes. In the old days, cowboys wear bandanas around their faces and hats over their heads to keep the dirt out of their noses and eyes. Germs don't have to be scary. In fact, wearing a face mask could become a fashion statement. So stay well, stay safe, and I will visit with you very soon again.